So this project here is in Port Angeles, Washington, a very unique, beautiful place at the base of the mountains, and just it's kind of an isolated area that people, that live here support the businesses, but that you have to ferry over to Seattle or drive a long distance to come into it. I don't think that really comes into play so much with the potential of having a local shop here so much, because it isn't like people drive 100 miles to do custom framing anyway, and there is a good population base to what exists here. And we're working with Karen's Frame It Center in downtown Port Angeles. And this is my second visit here. I came here initially to kind of observe, watch, see what they do and I was surprised by many things, pleasantly surprised. They do a great job along the lines where most people struggle, and that is in pricing their product and how well they treat their customers, which is common in the industry, but they have a very good way of presenting a product that is profitable for them, yet not over the top. As you can see behind me, they offer layers of types of framing to people. They'll have a large ready-made department. They have a great design center with all kinds of opportunity and options. They even have a Frame It Center where people can come in and do parts of work for themselves. So they've taken in their business model, they've taken very careful attention to making sure that when somebody comes in here, they have an option for everyone, and that's worked well for them. I will say that probably the most impressive thing about meeting Renee and Larry and looking at their operation is that they really understand that discounting could ruin their business. This is probably the best job I've ever seen in all of my time of the amount of discount, which is less than 1% of sales, which is just amazing. So they believe in the pricing they have, and they didn't really need me to come in and do much. We did some tweaking, we'll get into that a little later as to what it would be, to help them grow that average ticket and to improve cash flow a little bit. But it'll be fun to unveil some of the things we found, because they really have done a great job with that.
It was really important to me to establish those things that I've learned now from the industry and from Ken are crucial to building equity in your business. You've got to have procedures in place on how do you do things. You have to have policies on why do you do things a certain way. You've got to keep your money and your budget always in sight and always be looking at those figures and those numbers. And not being a business person, it was always a little bit scary, because I didn't really know what they should be or where margins should be. And so there's that kind of double check, kind of apprehension of, are we doing the best that we can? We don't want to price ourselves out, but we need to make enough money to be able to afford top quality employees. And offer them benefits. That was something that wasn't available when we bought the business.
As you're watching this video, the things we'll want to learn here about this particular case is that their story, Renee and Larry's story, it'll have things that are different from what you may see every day, but there's going to be a lot of commonality to it too. There's very consistent issues with small businesses that are difficult to identify when you walk in and see the same shop every day, or when you take it, in this case, when you take it over from someone else, that it get a little bit blurry. And this business is a healthy, good, well-run business. And so it's hard to pick it apart or to say to yourself, I could do this differently or this better. So getting the opportunity to come into here and observe it from the outside, and when I don't get to come in here every day and operate it, opens my eyes to things that maybe could make a difference to it. And I think that that's the message as you're watching this is, where are the weaknesses in your business? Where are the strengths? Where are the opportunities? And that's what we're going to do today as we go through, is we're going to break those down. And I hope that you can identify some of the things in your business that we're finding here too, and apply those to making your business even better.